Layton from the hit show Survivor Philippines. On behalf of this office, I want to personally thank you for joining us. You are about to learn the answers to one of the biggest health secrets out there. It's a secret to staying young. What you're about to experience has both changed and improved my life for the better, and it's my pleasure to be able to share what I have learned with you. Welcome to How to Stay Young, the first 100 years.
Good afternoon, my name is Ana Navas and I'm the practice representative for Katie Lifestyle Chiropractic, and I want to welcome all of you to a class that I believe will make a huge difference in the enjoyment of your lives and the lives of your family. I want to talk to you about how you can stay young the first 100 years of your life. Now, I already know what some of you are thinking. You're probably thinking, no, wait just a minute. That's a catchy title, but do I really need to know how to stay young for 100 years? This sounds really far-fetched and ambitious. But it's really not. We need to start thinking about what it means for you and your family members to live a long time. So let's take a look at some facts.
In the year 1900, the average lifespan was 49 years old. Now, there is no question that this was because many people died when they were very young. We didn't have the kind of cures, and we didn't provide the kind of health care that we provide today. But that is the point. The chances of living a long, healthy life were much less back then. That brings us to today, where the average lifespan is 77.6 years old and growing. In a recent study reported on the Today Show, scientists from the University of Texas revealed that by the year 2050, there will be over 800,000 Americans over the age of 100, and many will be living to 150. So what does that mean to you and I in this class? It means your kids need to know more about how to stay young the first 100 years, because that is how long they are going to live. And what about us? How long are we going to live? According to the data compiled by the Social Security Administration, a man reaching age 65 today can expect to live, on average, until age 84. A woman turning age 65 today can expect to live, on average, until age 87. And those are just averages. About 1 out of every 4 65-year-olds today will live past age 90, and 1 out of 10 will live past age 95. So all of us should be concerned with how to stay young the first 100 years of our life. The Office for National Statistics show a girl born this year has a 1 in 3 chance of reaching their 100th birthday, while boys have a 1 in 4 chance. Even the Department for Work and Pensions have recently released a report detailing new information concerning life expectancy. The report data shows that today's 20-year-olds are 3 times more likely to reach the age of 100 than their grandparents, and are even twice as likely as their parents. Compared to a baby born in 1931, the children of today are almost 8 times more likely to turn 100. So, statistically speaking, most of your family is going to need to know how to live and stay young for 100 years.
So yes, this is a topic that you and your family members need to know about. If we're going to live for 100 years, which many of us are, we need that long life to be a quality life. We don't merely want to be able to exist on this planet, we want to be able to live, work, and play on this planet, so we want to have a quality life. So since we know that the chances are much greater that we will live a long time past 50, what happens to us after 50? Long life reveals that we will have some major areas of health concerns after 50 if we don't do something before we are 50 to prevent all these problems. Now, these are health concerns that we haven't really worried about before because we haven't had enough people live long enough to make this our priority. So now we are continually being confronted with the devastation of mental diseases like Alzheimer's, and almost all of our families have had to face this. But this disease didn't just start in the last 10 years, we just see it a lot more now because people are living longer. Dementia doesn't usually come on a person under the age of 50. So since we know that the chances are much greater that we live a long time past 50, we need to take some precautions to make sure we can still use our minds when we get to this age. Another example is in skincare. There has been a huge growth in cosmetic surgery with the increase of lifespan as well. But the biggest problem that we have seen come about with the increased lifespan is the increase in musculoskeletal problems. So that is our mobility function. We can't move like we used to, and our world is now filled with canes, walkers, electric wheelchairs, stair lifts, handicapped parking spaces. We are the first generation to witness the ramifications to mobility that come with growing older, and they reveal we have done absolutely nothing to preserve and protect our musculoskeletal system. So let's take a look at the results of our neglect.
Here's an amazing fact. The most common cause of functional disabilities in persons of over 50 years of age is spinal disorders. This is because most of the population has done absolutely nothing to prevent spinal disorders. Most people who have pursued chiropractic care have waited until they were in crippling pain first. You would think everybody is planning on dying before they were 50 because nobody is making the effort to prevent the #1 health problem for people over 50, spinal disorders. We do nothing for our kids and nothing for ourselves until we can't move. Then we go see a chiropractor. Maybe we should take a poll right now while we can. Do you plan on living past the age of 50? Do you think your family will live past 50? Frankly, the statistics are on your side and show that you will. This means we need to live like we are going to live past the age of 50 and take care of what we know is going to happen unless we do something about it. Let's look at an example. If your house was going to be broken into and somebody was going to steal all of your possessions, but you knew who was planning on committing this crime, and you also knew when they were going to do it, and I even told you about it, would you do something about it to stop it, or would you just let it happen? Of course you would do something about it. You would do whatever it takes to stop it. Well, that is what we are going to do in this class. Now I am able to tell you what is going to rob you of your functional capacities, still your ability to move, and when it's going to happen. And believe me, it's going to make you feel old and look old. Are you going to do something about it? Would you do it for your kids, your spouse? Or are you just going to let it happen to your whole family? Of course not. Let's prevent it. Just like we would prevent somebody from breaking into your home if we could. I think we all agree we should work harder to prevent our health and ability to function from being stolen from us. Think about this. If we lose our mobility at age 65 and live to 105, that is 40 years of immobility and pain. Don't let this happen to you.
So let's take a look at some areas of healthcare where we have already made some huge adjustments and improvements. For example, let's take a look at the advancements we have made in tooth decay. We used to have many more cavities and loss of teeth in years past than we do now. But now, with all kinds of preventive care, our teeth actually last us longer and they cause us less pain. Another example is in wrinkles. So there has been a 465% increase in the number of people wanting to get rid of wrinkles just since 1997. Wow, that is around 12 million people that had cosmetic adjustments just last year to get rid of yet another ramification of getting older, wrinkles. So I am all for us having longer and lasting teeth and fewer wrinkles, but I'm sure all of us can agree that if you can't move, a lack of mobility will make you look a lot older than crow's feet. The only reason we take care of our teeth and our wrinkles before our spine and joints is for the simple fact that if our spine were on our face, we would probably take better care of it. We don't wait for our teeth to fall out, and we must not wait for our back to go out. We take all preventive steps to have the pearly whites, and we must take preventive steps to have good mobility, since the chances are absolutely huge that we will live 30 to 40 years past the age of 50. But why is it even more important than your teeth?
Whenever I would take my children to the dentist, I was always thrilled when they got a good report. No cavities, they are fine. They got their teeth cleaned and we were done. But I never thought we were done for life. Our dentist never said, "Great checkup, no need to come back again. You are done." In fact, if they had said that, I would have gone somewhere else because I want to keep my kids' teeth in good condition. I want our dentist to properly maintain my kids' teeth so they have their teeth for life. So it made perfect sense to me when my doctor of chiropractic explained that dental health isn't the only thing that requires maintenance. In fact, our mobility and ability to function in life will be even more important to us than our teeth as we get older. Why? We can get new teeth, but we can't get a new spine. Now I get it. Maintenance is even more true for chiropractic care than it is for dental care. And that's why I make sure that my entire family regularly receives chiropractic care.
Because there's no such thing as a spine transplant. So we can get a new set of teeth, and there are many other organs that can be replaced. But we can't get a new spine. There is no crown or replacement. We just have to live with the pain. But don't forget, this isn't just limited to back pain. We can't really get a new neck either. So 1 out of every 3 people suffer today with neck pain past the age of 50. So let's see a rising of hands here. How many of you would like to use your neck past the age of 50 without experiencing any neck pain? That's a pretty big club. So if 1 out of every 3 people have neck pain and 85 out of 100 suffer with back pain, that is as high statistics as I would think anyone would need to see in order to be convinced that we need to do something preventive about this. But just in case you need a little more convincing, let's take a look at what will happen if we don't do anything to prevent this and if we just let nature take its natural course. So take a look at this mobility scale. The numbers on the bottom of the scale represent your age, and then the numbers on the side of the scale represent the percentage of mobility that you can have. If you take a look at the blue line, you can see that we reach 100% mobility at around age 23. However, if we continue to look at the blue line, by the time we're 50, we've lost about 50% of the mobility we had when we were 23. And that's actually pretty conservative. By the time we're 60, we're only left with 25% of the mobility we had when we were 23. So the question to this revealing graph is, can the scale be changed? Can we do anything to prevent this? Can we alter the results? Or do we just have to accept this as the way it is? So the good news is with preventive chiropractic care, we can actually make a huge difference to the line on the scale. So if you take a look at the red line, that's what happens if we just let nature take its natural course. And then the green line is how we can change it with chiropractic care. And we can see here that your mobility can actually be held above 75% through 80 years of age, and that's just based on normal wear and tear. So that's what we want and need, and that's what we want for our family members as well. If we're going to be here, we might as well be able to move and function. But one thing you may be thinking is, how does chiropractic help me with my mobility, my health, and my wellness? Well, the greatest healer that we have is our own body. We really don't realize what a magnificent healer the body is. But how does it work? The body heals itself through the central nervous system, so every organ, gland, and tissue gets its direction from the brain through nerve connection, and it is through this nerve connection that our bodies can heal, respond, and also move. So problems occur when this communication is cut off or interfered with, kind of like we experience on a dropped cell phone call. But the main thing that restricts this communication in our bodies is misalignments of the spine, restricting the communication that the body needs for healing, quick body responses, and movement. So chiropractic actually works by removing these misalignments and restoring the communication that the body needs to heal and quick body responses and to have good mobility as well. And actually, everyone can benefit from chiropractic as well. Everyone, even pregnant women. So chiropractic is a great alternative for low back pain when wanting to prevent the use of medication. And moms-to-be find that childbirth is usually much easier and faster. We even call those torpedo babies. Yes, babies. So, since the birth process is really traumatic for the spine, our doctors have a special gentle alignment they use specifically for newborns. And studies show that calling can be dramatically reduced or even eliminated with the use of spinal adjustments. So, children really benefit from chiropractic as well. They take a lot of trauma to the spine in the normal course of playing, running, falling, jumping. They take a lot of trauma. And our doctors like to say that a child growing up with a crooked spine is like a crooked tree growing up. So people all ages benefit from birth through the elderly. It's never too late to restore that communication that the body needs for 100% healing and function. So life itself and all of our activities cause misalignments of the spine, which restrict that communication that the body needs for healing, quick body responses as well. So the main problem is that unfortunately, most people have left this condition completely untreated their whole lives, or they wait for pain or permanent damage before doing something about it. So today we see a population of people over the age of 50 with severe restricted mobility and pain. So chiropractic is the solution to this #1 health problem, and a lifetime of chiropractic wellness is where you can change that mobility scale for your life. So even as I'm talking, I can hear some of the thoughts running through your heads, and you're probably thinking, I knew it. I heard it before that the chiropractor will want you to come back for the rest of your life. And, well, maybe you're right, but before you make any judgments, I want you to hear 2 short testimonials that I think will answer that question for you.
The only criticism I ever had about chiropractic care is that the doctor wanted me to keep coming back, even after I felt great. That seemed like a ripoff to me at first. It didn't make any sense. I thought, If chiropractic really works, it ought to be able to get me to where I feel great and I will stay that way for the rest of my life. That is the way all other healthcare works, right? It's funny. When I was thinking those thoughts in my mind, they sounded so logical. But when I said it out loud to the doctor, I realized what a foolish thought it was. It's impossible. The truth is, no other healthcare works like that. For example, if I spend 6 months going to the gym and getting in shape, once I have built up those muscles, according to my first logic, my muscles would just stay that way. I am done for life. Once I am in great shape, it requires no maintenance. I never have to go back to the gym again. I wish it worked that way, but it doesn't, and neither does my health and wellness. It is obvious. I am never done. Of course, I have to keep coming back. My health requires maintenance, and for the most effective results possible, I choose chiropractic care.
I used to think I was invincible. It's hard to believe when you're young that you won't always be young. I thought I could reach the age of 30 and just stay that way. Age is all in the mind, we used to say. Well, that didn't work. Oh, don't get me wrong. Your mind and attitude is important, but it can't be used as an excuse for neglect. If you don't maintain your body and skeletal system, life will take a much higher toll. Age can be cruel. You need to do everything you can to prevent the loss and deterioration of your health and body. Don't wait till you've already lost it. Trust me, you can lose your ability to enjoy the activities of life due to a lack of prevention and care over a period of years. Just look around. The television is full of ads for walk-in bathtubs, chairlifts for the stairs, and motorized wheelchairs. Is that where you want to spend literally 40 years of your life because of a lack of maintenance and prevention? Not me. I not only want good health for myself, I want it for my kids and my grandkids. I want all of us getting regular chiropractic care. Yes, I want to keep coming back, and that's why I do keep coming back. I want everyone I meet to learn and know how to stay young, and that chiropractic care is what works for me.
So I think it's time for you to be honest. There isn't any doctor who has or should recommend that you ignore your health until there is a problem. And we certainly can't either, because that isn't what you need to enjoy your life. So be assured, we don't want you to come in any more times than you have to. Our recommendation of care so that you can enjoy your mobility for your life. We can change that mobility scale as well. So the good news is with a little preventive care, we can eliminate much of the pain management in later years. And this is something that you and your families should come in and try, and for a simple, easy, and healthy plan towards preventing a life of immobility. But be assured, this isn't something that I believe you should do for your health and wellness. It's something that you and I must do. I'm a patient too, and so is my family. So I'm going to share here one of the stories of one of our patients, one of my favorites. So we have a patient. She started coming in because she was feeling a lot of low back pain and neck pain as well, which was also causing her all sorts of headaches as well. So she went to her family physician and told her all the problems that she was experiencing. He examined her and he even sent her to another doctor to check what was going on. And they did not find anything out of the ordinary. She was normal. He just prescribed her some pain medicine. And she did not feel a relief to her pain, especially her neck pain. Would not let her sleep at night because of how severe it was. She has 2 young daughters, one around 5 and 3. And she told us that she was completely unable to spend quality time with her daughters due to her pain. She was always so frustrated, and really it changed her mood as well. So I don't know if you guys know, but Lifetime Fitness is right across from our clinic, and she told us that she was working out at Lifetime Fitness one day, and she had to completely stop the class because she could not handle the pain she was feeling. So as she was driving out of Lifetime, she passed by the office and she read the sign and thought to herself, you know, I might as well just try this. This is natural. This is not going to harm me. These pills are harming me more than this will do. So she went to the office and talked to her office manager and asked her, you know, is this normal? I'm feeling all these things and this pain. Can you guys fix this? And, well, of course we can. So she came in for her new patient appointment and started getting her chiropractic adjustments. And she would feel so much relief every time she got an adjustment that she would cry right after and hug the doctors, super excited. because she was in so much pain before she came for the adjustments. So she has finished her treatment plan by now, and she's not experiencing any more pain. Her personality is the same way it used to be before she had all this pain. She's spending a bunch of quality time with her daughters, and it's just great. We have completely changed her life. So this is just one of the examples of how great and beneficial chiropractic can be. And that is why this is more than just a class for me. It's my chosen foundation of life as well. So to show you how sincere we are about this, I will ask my assistant Martha to help me help you. We have our appointment book scheduled with us right now with available times for you and your family to visit if you can. And I will tell you that for $40 that would go to the Crossy Children's Center, you would receive for complete first day services, which includes exam and x-ray if needed. And you're actually able to schedule a family member under this same special offer. And since I know you don't know their schedule, I will tell you right now that if the times that we have chosen don't work for them, they can always call and reschedule because they would be already in our systems. So I hope you have enjoyed, and most importantly, plan on doing everything you can to stay young these first 100 years. Thank you for having me.